There was a guy's name yesterday that I was playing with. I told him I'd give him a shout out, and I don't have it with me. It started with an H. There's your shout out, bro. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And you send me a message, and I'll read it, and I will give you a proper shout out. Anywho, we got Double D, Bumps and Grapes. We're talking about Midwest Sound and Light Show.
Double D.
Freddie and Michael, I hope, kept you entertained during a commercial break. But anyways, those guys are freaking nuts. Did you see those clowns? Oh my God, it's crazy. Oh, the way they dance is unreal. Anywho, what about Midwest Sound? I mean, you know, the DJs there. There's a couple slow guys, a couple 20. One guy's name, I think he really needs some work, is Alfonso. He needs a lot of work. No tips.
No tips.
You need some work because you don't get no tips. If you're doing something right, Brad, you get tips.
I love you, BG.
Yeah, Brad, what up, brah? Sorry, I didn't
cranking
buy
my
phone.
speakers, yo.
Sorry, I didn't buy my phone from you. You weren't working that day. Oh. Alright.
You used to DJ, right, Brad?
Yeah, I DJ'd. I did it for like 2 years, but you know, I got a question.
Sure.
I brought on my last video about you being sick at your show. You know, what was that about, honestly? Why was he... do you think he was so unresponsive? What did he say at work? What happened?
He didn't say anything at work. It was just, I left it alone and I didn't really say anything. And he ended up coming in sick too on Monday. And he had to go to the doctor and he had all these problems. So then it was kind of a fucking slap in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I got sick. And then he got sick, and then he didn't even work a whole day on that.
You know why he got sick? Because exactly what I said in my video. He don't care. He truthfully, honestly, I don't think cares. He really down to the core is like money, 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 money. Whatever I can do to get everybody to do what exactly I want, to try to just make my business good and make my money and have less worries. And if he's trying to have all the control over everybody, but yet he doesn't have any control because they're all independent contractors and everything else. And then, you know, he gets sick too. It's like, oh, it is a slap in the face. Especially when he didn't give a crap when you got sick. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a joke. For sure. It was just kind of like...
Because you're there every time he calls
you. I'm not going to sit there and bring it up to him and be like, you know, I think that's bullshit, Chad, that you did that, but... You know, it all works out. You know, I leave it alone, and it's just I go to work and do my job every day. I'm not gonna exactly. I'm not gonna start something that is pointless, dude. I missed my show, so what?
Yeah, I mean, you look at it more responsible than me. I mean, because I could have done that. I mean, I guess for me, I mean, it was the $40. I could have left alone and took the $40, but you know, I mean. At that point, when I did give it back, well, then what do I do? So,
right.
But, you know, I know there's some DJs there that, what do? They, like, call in every 2 seconds because they can't handle the $200 CD player that they got to use in the coffin.
They call in about all sorts of stupid stuff. Hey, my source cord doesn't work. My speaker's not working. Well, you're pulling the source cord out by the cord and not by the little thing that you need to pull it out by. So stuff doesn't short out, you idiot. Oh, well, my cop light is spinning, but no, there's no light. Well, screw the damn thing in, you know? It's like,
screw the freaking cop light. Who cares? Go without it.
Yeah, why are you calling me? I'm not going to run a cop light out to you, man. If it was a club light effect, you know, the Vertigo or something, you know, hey, that's cool, yo, but you have extra bulbs, man. Why you got to call me? Just replace the shit, dude. You know, it's like... And then what's the most common one that's going on right now?
Come on.
Oh! My strobes don't work. How your strobes not work?
So hire a Mexican to stand in the corner for 10 seconds and flick around.
How your strobes not work? They're not even up on sensitivity. That's why they ain't working. Alfonso brings it back. Yeah, they're working just fine.
Just hire a spare waiter. Hire the dish guy.
Huh?
Hire the dish guy to sit there and flicker on the lights.
Well, something, dude.
They're $8 strobe lights. Go to Walmart. It's 4 blocks down. Buy
your own strobe light and go use it, and Midwest Sound will reimburse you. What's the problem? Double D grapes! Bumps!
People can't figure out the problems. They're so easy to solve. Think outside the box.
Think outside
they
the
can't
bun.
Have a CD player.
The bun.
Hey,
Think
but
outside.
honestly, and this is our second time recording because we accidentally erased it. Sorry about that. But we mentioned last time about how Midwest is so behind in the times about the equipment. And then we also mentioned how, Chad will ask him for 3 or 4 lights and he'll say no, and it's like $400. It's like, well, geez, he don't want to ask him for $150 lights and ask him for 20 of them because that's like $3,000. He'll be like, no.
Yeah.
You're like, dude,
it's cheap.
It's not
cheap.
that expensive.
I have nice stuff.
You're doing how many shows a year? 600 shows is what he told us when I got hired. 600 plus, so 600 times 500 a show. Okay, well 6 times 5 is 3. 6 times 5 is 30. So 600 is 2 zeros, 500 is 2 zeros, that's 4. 30, 300, that's $300,000. And you're charging more than 500, you're getting 700, 800. There's no excuse to not have $2,000-$3,000 in better lighting. But it's not Chad, it's Dan.
It's bonkers.
Dan, get off your
bonkers,
butt and get
baby.
Some people some decent lights.
Yes.
It's not like you need 5 or 6 per system. You're only using 2 club lights per system. There's no reason not to have $300 in lights instead of $180.
Right.
Oh.
It's all about being cheap.
I bought my own lights and then I got fired. That show that I talked about, I gave the $40 tip back. I bought my own lights.
Laser light?
Remember how I said, I made all those playlists? I did make all the playlists. And then I was able to get fog, and you can only get fog like, once a year maybe at best. And now with Wisconsin going totally non-smoking, you can't get any fog anywhere. Places won't let you use fog, and you can't even do it because of the no smoking. So, we get fog? Cool. I went out and I bought an $80 light, and then had fog spitting out of it too. And then I also bought, it was like a $280 light, and I had to pay $50 for shipping 2 days because it was like Monday or Tuesday, and I got it by Friday. And then guess what happened? I get a $40 tip. I spent 20 hours on the show. DJs spend no time, right? DJs call on Monday.
No time, yes.
They call on Monday. They get their show report. Information on the phone for like 20 minutes.
For me.
Yeah. Then they call the bride, talk to her for a half hour, whatever, 20 minutes. Then they don't think about it for another second. Usually they go in and pick up their equipment Saturday at 2 o'clock and then drive to the show, set up the equipment, do the show, tear down the equipment, drive to the Midwest, drop it off, go home. Right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
So I spent 20 hours of my time making all these songs and playlists so he could see them at a win because he said he would like that. And then I went and spent $400 on lights, $450 on lights, just for that show. I got this really cool beam laser light, and I'll talk about it on my next show. But with the fog effect, it would have been awesome, like candy cane bars coming at you. Well, then we couldn't use the fog. So it's kind of like it didn't matter to them. But I put a lot of time and a lot of effort in that not to get $40. Don't you think, honestly, that I had a right to be like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't accept your $40, and I walk away and he wants to talk to me, then I should have probably kept walking away, but I had a right originally to give him back the money.
Yes.
And I probably handled it a little bit wrong from there, but I didn't swear at the guy and I'd yell at him. He disagreed with what I said, and I disagree with what he said, and then, it should have went on from there. I could still easily be DJing, but I'm glad I'm not. it lets him get more money because he gets all my good shows out of that. Right?
I rock that.
Bumps!
Bumps!
He's like the bombest DJ. Swear to God. And tip your DJs.
No
Tip your
tips!
DJs.
No tips! Don't be like BG. Frank Goyette. Arizona.
Let me ask you a question.
Arizona.
When you go to the restaurant and you spend $100, you tip 15%. They did a good job. 10% lousy. 5% non-existent. That means you didn't get your food, basically. And then 20%.
I love you, BG.
Then 20% for what?
No tip.
Great service.
Grapes.
So when you have a show and it's $600 and you got 20%, how much is that for tip? $120, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 10% is $660.
Sure.
$120. Well, guess what? When you go to a restaurant and the bill's $100, what do you tip them? Like $20. So getting a $20 tip is a throw in the face when your show is $800 or even $500. 10% is $50. That should be minimum. You know, I mean, if you do a good show and you do a great job, you tip like for that. You go to dinner how often? If you get together with some relatives, you go to a nice dinner once a year or something. It's like $500 bill. You'll tip $100. That's for dinner. They're just seeing you one time. They're not seeing you a million times. Well, they're not seeing you a million times at a wedding either, but that's the biggest night of that couple's life, supposedly. That's a huge night. And if you do a great job and has fun, that's a $200 tip. Tip your DJs.
No tip.
And we'll be back right after these messages.
After these messages.